Okay, now let's go to lab 2. Lab 2 are they telling us creating an interconnected IP network, IPv addressing. So upon completion of this task, you'll be able to learn how to configure an IPv4 address on an interface, understand the functions and meanings of loopback interfaces, understand how direct routes are generated, learn how to configure static routes, and understand the conditions for the static routes to take effect, learn how to test the connectivity of the network layer by using the ping tool, learn how to configure static routes, and understand the application scenarios. Okay, now let's first have this in our ENSP. Okay. Now everybody's up and running. Let's see what the guy tells us. Configuration roadmap, configure IP addresses for the interfaces. Now let me get the IP address for these guys. Let's give here 10.0.1.0/30. Slash 30, meaning this one will be .1 and the other one will be .2. This one, let me give it a 10.0.2.0/30. So this will be .1. Okay. Now what next after giving them this just labeling for user configurations. And let's start with this. I'm doing that so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now I have the reference 000 IP add 10. I'm done with router 1. Just give them my addresses. Let's go to router 2. And go to router 3. Now those messages I can only step them by using this command and do terminal monitor off. That yes, you're done with giving them IP addresses. Okay, you're done with this. Configure start port to interconnect the routers. The complete basic name the devices, we have done that. Now this we saw it earlier. This say display IP interface brief to see the interfaces and to see if they have been assigned the IP addresses. And this means it's running physically, it's running, but protocol is down, meaning you have to give them an IP address for the protocol to be up. Now display IP routing table. Let's do that. Now, so far, we haven't configured any route. Once you display IP routing table, we should not have those ones that are directly connected. You see, all they are directly connected. They're directly connected. This IP address directly connected. Because this IP address, yeah, this is a direct connection, is it? So it's only having this network 10.0 directly connected. Specifically with the interface .1 is this one here. It has now this also network address, this network. Then .21 is directly connected here. You see that? So the same if you go to router, display IP routing table. You see, this is the network, but the direct connection is here .2. This is the network, but the direct connection is here .1. Okay. The same even if you go to router. I want to do that. Of the IP addresses we have done is that only that me here I used another I used my own IP addresses. Now let's try to do something, try to see if we can reach this network. Now router 1, you find that you can ping 10.0.1.2. Reason why it's direct connection, meaning this means that this one here can reach this guy. But let's try to ping now .3.1, this interface here. See if we can reach it. Request timeout, meaning it can't reach it. The reason why you can't reach it. Now let's find out where the packets are being dropped from. Let's put now to reset this command, press route. That waste time, we can't reach it. Reason why? Let's set this display IP routing table. Now from this routing table, see that 10.3 is not there. 10.0.0.3 it's not reachable, it's not there. So I mean, you have to configure a static route that can enable us to reach that network. How can we do that? Say IP route static. We put the destination of which the one that is missing here. It is 10.0.3.0. It's the whole network. The mask is 30. Who can we go through to reach that network? We can go through this guy here or this guy. Yes? This one or this one. So we choose. So for my case, I'm choosing this one to go through this one to reach here, to reach this network. So now the next hop is anything you're configuring here. Who is the next hop? Who do you have to go through? The one you have to go through is 10.0.1.2. Please note, when you put the next hop, you don't have to include the mask. So once I do that and then display IP routing table. Wait, routing table. Anyways, let me go to the user view. Display IP routing table. You see, now I can reach it, and the preference is 60. You get the next stop is this because you have just configured that. Now communication is two-way. Now let's get to router 2 and see if we have the network 10. Anyways, let me do this display IP routing table. Or let's try to ping after now achieving that. That goes slow, but so that you guys get to follow very well. Let's ping again. Ping 10.0.3.1. You see, we can now reach it. We can now reach it. Yes, guys. So the only thing was to include a static route here. Yeah. So for this lab, there's nothing much. Other things we shall find out in other labs. The more static routes, then we find out that the static routes, they give out of headache, and you need to use a dynamic routing protocol. This one is static. You have to configure everything on the route that they are reachable to each other. They're reachable to each other. Now, the other thing I'd like to show you, here we're just showing you the idea of static route. Now, with other labs, is how we shall find out how we can make use of the loopback interface IP addresses. But in this particular lab, what I wanted to show you is that you need a static route to reach the destination. You need a route in the routing table. If it's missing here, if it's missing in the routing table, meaning you can't reach it. And it so happens to the other end. You get? All right. In other labs, you shall get to know to make use of the loopback interface IP addresses. Okay. Now for this guide, you can continue and practice for this particular lab 2. I gave you this guide. So please, whatever they have done here, make sure you practice and get to know how the back interface works. Because I'm quite sure I'll make use of the back interface in the next labs. Yeah, so you do this for your own practice. We have tested the connectivity also. Please practice. Otherwise, the next lab we shall go to lab 2 SPF routing, that will be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm covering like okay. We shall go to lab 2 SPF routing. SPF routing is one of the dynamic routes that I've been mentioning about. Otherwise, good day, you all.